Your sleep tracker might be telling you your sleep is fine while your brain quietly falls apart. Sleep optimization has become one of the biggest health trends in the country, driven largely by wearables like Oura and Whoop that finally made rest measurable instead of a mystery. But most people chasing a better sleep score have no idea what's actually happening in their brain overnight, or why hitting 8 hours doesn't always mean you're actually recovering. Let's break down what your brain is really doing while you sleep, and why the quality of specific stages matters far more than the total number on your tracker. Sleep isn't one uniform state. Your brain cycles through roughly 90-minute blocks of light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, and each stage does a completely different job. Deep sleep, which happens mostly in the first half of the night, is when your brain runs something called the glymphatic system, essentially a cleaning cycle that flushes out metabolic waste, including a protein called beta amyloid that's linked to long-term cognitive decline when it builds up. This is also when your body releases the majority of its growth hormone and physically repairs tissue. If you're cutting sleep short at the front end, staying up late but still waking at the same time, deep sleep is usually the first thing you lose, even if your total hours look okay on paper. REM sleep, which becomes more dominant in the second half of the night, is where your brain does something entirely different: memory consolidation and emotional processing. This is when short-term memories from the day get filed into long-term storage, and when your brain works through emotional experiences in a way that measurably improves next-day mood regulation. This is also why cutting sleep short on the back end, waking up too early, tends to hit your emotional resilience and memory the hardest, even if you technically got enough hours. Here's where it gets interesting. Your sleep tracker is estimating these stages using movement and heart rate variability, not measuring your brain directly. So the score it gives you is a rough approximation, not gospel. What actually matters more than the number is a handful of behaviors that reliably protect deep and REM sleep. Consistency is the biggest one. Going to bed and waking up at wildly different times on weekends versus weekdays, often called social jet lag, disrupts your circadian rhythm in a way that degrades sleep architecture even if your total hours stay the same. Alcohol is another major disruptor people underestimate. It can help you fall asleep faster, but it suppresses REM sleep specifically, which is why a night of drinking often leaves you feeling groggy and emotionally flat the next day, even after 8 hours in bed. Temperature matters more than most people realize, too. Your core body temperature needs to drop by 1 to 2 degrees to initiate and maintain deep sleep, which is why a room that's too warm fragments deep sleep even if you don't consciously wake up. And late caffeine is a bigger problem than most people think, because caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, meaning a 3 p.m. coffee can still be measurably reducing your deep sleep at midnight. So, what should you actually prioritize instead of chasing a perfect score? Keep a consistent wake time, even on weekends, since this is the single strongest lever for circadian stability. Get morning sunlight within 30 minutes of waking, which anchors your circadian rhythm and improves both sleep onset and depth that night. Cut caffeine by early afternoon. Keep your room cool, ideally around 65 to 68 degrees, and treat alcohol as a sleep quality cost, not a sleep aid, even when it feels relaxing in the moment. One more thing worth knowing: naps can help, but only if you're strategic about them. A 20-minute nap before 3 p.m. can restore alertness without touching your nighttime deep sleep. But napping longer or later in the day can push back your sleep drive and make it harder to fall asleep that night, creating a cycle that actually worsens sleep debt over time. Your brain isn't just resting while you sleep, it's actively cleaning itself out and filing away everything that happened that day. Chasing a number on a screen matters far less than protecting the actual stages your brain needs to do that work. If this changed how you think about your sleep score, subscribe for more brain science made simple, and let me know in the comments which habit you're adjusting tonight.